Okay, guys, welcome to Have and Have Not, Season 6, Episode 11. What is the name of it? Out of Time. And this episode aired March 19th, which was last night. Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, so to be piggyback from last week, Hannah starts this scene reflecting and giving the Lord praise about the breakthrough that she finally had with Candace after all of these years of all the heartache, pain and all the things. So of course, she's, telling Benny to always believe and not to, she was just really, really on an emotional, spiritual high, happy. So Benny, he was supportive and things like that, but then he hit her with the I'm gonna be praying for that dude. So basically telling her that she need to pray for the guy Derek that she's dating and send his ass home. Benny gets a phone call from his boy Mitch, and Mitch basically let him know, look, my uncle is not gonna let you not let you get away with not paying the interest on the loan. And Mitch is, letting him know, like, look, if I can find a way, he said, because, right at this moment in time, this is your problem, and you need to find a way to make it happen. So he says in turn, um, if I can, find a way to do it, just know that you're gonna owe me. Okay, so Candace goes to see Charles and basically let him know that he had to talk. She had to talk with her mother, and he asked her, how did it go? How do you think it went? She was like, I think it went well. Um, they were really, really able to talk about some things, and she was like, well, I just really, really realized that she doesn't really hate me. Um, and of course, like a supportive man, he, was like, well, I never thought she did. And, he was just so happy that they made peace with one another. And then she also shared that she left her son's ashes with her mother, which is very, very beautiful, given the fact that they, haven't seen eye to eye in so long. So Charles let his boo know, okay, get ready so we can go. She was like, get ready for what? He was like, get ready, because we can ready to go to the White House. Girl, they done start fucking with Veronica. Mm, excuse me. David, to talk about a little bit last week, where David had called a meeting or whatever with him and the criers and Veronica to, get them out of this case. Because, what's his name? Wyatt spilled all the tea to the DA. He done testified and all that stuff. So basically, Veronica got in there and she realized that David was not genuine or sincere about getting back with her. So this week, they done messed with my girl. She all to pieces. She's very distraught, upset. She even just said she won't gonna be drinking no more. She went, got her drink, went and yelled, in a dramatic manner, went and yelled for her maid that ain't there no more. So, um, she was mentally losing it, like basically asking David why did you make me do this? The only reason you sorry is because your two whores are dead. And I was like, oh shit, she did kill two of them. She killed the girl, the white girl, from when they stayed in the other house. And then she blew old girl into bits and pieces. Then she went and asked him to take his shirt off so she can, he can prove this, is that, and the third. And he said, I got a compression garment on. I can't take it off. So she went to reminisce and talk him out. He was like, well, let's sit here and let's talk. She was like, no, not there. So he like, what about right here? She was like, no, not there. That's where you hit me. And I told you, never to put your hands on me. And I guess her dad or somebody put their hands on her. And she was reflecting on, I shared that with you. And you said you would never do that to me. So he said, well, let's go walk, let's go, talk by the pool. Like, I guess he's just really, really trying to, talk to her because he know the girl is spiraling, girl. She gonna need to go see the people at the psych hospital because it's not good. Okay, so they go sit and talk by the pool, and I found it very interesting how Veronica started telling him about the fact that she hired Erica to be with him. I said, Lord have mercy. So they get, they was talking. She was like, oh yeah, I sent that whore and, things of that nature. And he was like, she was like, yeah, she hurt you, didn't she? No, 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 no. I told her, I sent her in there to get you for everything you have. I was like, ooh. And she was talking about how it hurt him, I guess, to lose. And he was like, yeah, and I noticed that I must, hurt you a lot as well. So, sitting and having that long conversation, he ended up, letting her know, okay, I gotta get my bandage changed on my back, whatever, because I think the conversation got real, real heavy, and he started getting pissed off. He went outside to the car, pissed, called her an evil bee, all that stuff, all of the above. He had to call his boy Jim to talk him down off that cliff. So Jim just basically lets him know, like, look, man, we need her. Don't do anything crazy. Go home, go relax, get your drink, whatever you got to do to calm down from this situation because, she's an asset to helping us get through what we need to get through. And all, he did use her. He used her because he need her. And he was basically letting him know, like, man, I can go in there and end it all. I said, dang, he sounded like Wyatt over there ready to kill everybody in the house. So, oh, shit, it's about to get live. It's about to get live. I just feel like, what shit about to go on. Because everybody around here ready to kill it and end it all. They just tired, girl. They tired. So, Candace gets dressed so she can go to be with her man in Washington, D.C., stand by his side as the president-elect's first lady. Last week, the guys were investigating her and basically talking about the fact that she used to be, a prostitute and all of these things. And I'm like, well, damn, why they ain't do all that shit with Melania? Why they ain't... But anyway, so basically, she came out looking beautiful, ready to go. First lady-ish, this beautiful blue dress. I mean, it was a little dated, but it was cute, it was elegant, and it was classy based. So I think she's really, excuse me, she's really going to adjust to being, having all eyes on her, of course. Okay, so Catherine approaches Jim about all of her medications and cold medicines being taken out the cabinet by Wyatt. So Jim asks her, why in the world did you have all of that stuff in there anyway with a drug addict in the house? And, of course, at the time, she was like, you watching television at a time like this or whatever. He basically explained he was watching the television because he wanted to see what Georgia's strategy possibly could be for the upcoming case. Of course, because it's not going away. So, he sees on the news the president-elect with Candace Young. And the people basically give a brief synopsis of how he lost his wife and he has two beautiful children. And basically, because he was seen with her on his arm, she could possibly be his next wife. He was watching this. He was like, are you out of your mind? You are out of your mind if you think this is going to work. Jim, like, I can't believe Candace. Why they hating on Candace? Let her be great. Let her be happy. Everybody got a pass. I think she's going to really try to do better now. So Jim go ahead and confront that boy Wyatt about taking all them drugs and stuff. You can tell I'm really uninterested in Wyatt crying and all them, cause I think they should have kept Amanda instead. Cause she seemed like she would have been a little bit more fun, cause she was crazy. But anyway, him and his dad go tit for tat, word for word about whatever, about him taking the medication. He come with a smug comment like, and like, basically in so many words, what you gonna do? Um, and I guess at that time she realized her volume was gone, so she come back down talking about the volume. And her and Jim had a few words or whatever. She was like, if you want to hear, I wouldn't need the volume. So then he goes, because Wyatt walked off from him, like, forget you. So then he goes to go confront him once again. What's her name? Catherine said, don't go up there mad because he already beat your ass once. So, with the confrontation of the situation, um, Jim grabbed, what's the boy name? Wyatt, and was, I guess, trying to gag him and make him throw up the pills, and basically told him he needed to get in the shower, take a cold shower, he needed a detox. Wyatt was expressing how much he hate him, and Jim was expressing how much he loved him, and he looked like he was really about to break down and cry because he was just so frustrated with all that was going on with the case, with his son around here just doing what he do, because I can't really say no, he's been addicted to drugs, and he really, really needs help. And that's, what's going on. So in the midst of it, Wyatt told him, he was like, look, I'm going to kill you with this shot. I'm going to load that shotgun and I'm going to kill you. I was like, well, why would he tell him what he going to do? And then after they left his room, he went to, practicing aiming and things like that. So I was like, he for real. And y'all need to know the gun in y'all house. So Benny and Hannah has a conversation, and basically Benny continues to express how much he does not really care for, like, it's just, he just don't care for Derek. Like, he like, Mom, this is just how I feel. And so ain't really much going on. Like, she was like, well, you don't ever like anybody that I ever dated. Then he mentioned some man that she used to date. She's some of that old man that used to date him. And she was like, well, when I was little, what y'all was doing if you won't date him, bitch? I was like, put the money on the dresser. That's what the fuck was going on. She ain't want to tell him. She want that other man to overhear all her old business or what she had going on in her past. Because everybody got a past, girl. Everybody. How you get to the future if you don't get no past? Girl, they get into the White House. So while in there, basically, they're giving a tour by whoever the lady, I don't know who she is. It's not the president, it's not his wife. I don't know who she is. It's Candace, Charles, and Landon. So when they get in there, Landon referred to him as president, and the lady corrected him president-elect, and looked at him and waited for him to repeat it. So he said president-elect, to be, politically correct. So Landon then, the lady exits the room, let them know the first lady and president will be in soon. So they sit and talk, and Landon is looking at Charles like, how were you able to be so calm? The people didn't want you to win. And not only that, the president didn't give you the tour. And on top of that, it's just like, basically, like, look, man, they being so disrespectful to you. And Charles is sitting here chilling like, bitch, I'm here. Charles still kept it cool. He was like, look, Landon, suppose you need to go somewhere and go cool off. So he go cool off. So him and Candace, they sitting laughing. have a little conversation about, their surroundings. And she was like, oh, it is nice. So this will be your office. He was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, I'm going to steal a whole bunch of shit out of here. He was like, come on, in. She's talking about some, maybe just a painting. Girl, that's why they want. She go encourage her man to go sit at the desk. He was like, that's not, it's not, it's not time yet. She said, well, go stand by it. And he stood there and she looked at her man and she said, this fits you. He said, I know. So she said, are you ready? He walked over and he said, are you ready? I said, oh, where my Charles? Call me Charles. So the president and his wife walks in, Landon clears his throat because Candace and Charles is about to, kiss and carry on and kiss because she wanted to kiss her man in that moment. But anyway, so at first it kind of looks like, okay, where they're not quite accepting of Candace because the first lady made a comment to you're not married, and she was like, no, and she was like, well, this won't work. And they were, asking her why. She was like, because you're too beautiful to come behind me. So, it was like I mean, they was okay after that. He invited him to go have a drink, and she went with the lady to go walk around and carry on, and they made it. It looked like they recreating a little bit of what happened when Obama and Michelle came in the office. That's what it looked like happened. So a lot of these shows do incorporate that kind of stuff into them. Jeffrey done took his ass to the goddamn boy apartment. So they get in there. He tells Jeffrey, oh, you look good. And he was like, how do I look? He was like, you look better. I was like, hell no, cut this shit out. So Jeffrey looks to the wall and it's all these pictures of him on the wall. Like it looked like some kind of stalker, serial attacker situation on the wall where he just got all these pictures at different poses and angles. He says, I'm always taking pictures of you. Jeffrey says, I didn't even know you were there. Stalker.
Oh. Pour some wine for us. Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, I don't have dinner made, so maybe we can go out. Or we can cook for the first time in our place. No dinner. No wine. Why?
Bitch, you crazy. That's why.
Look, I just came over to check and see if you were okay.
Shouldn't have came over there.
You want to sit down? It's a nice couch. It pulls out. So we can... Well, we can pull it out right now if you want. No. Well, I mean, at least take off your jacket. I'm okay. No, I don't want to. Jeffrey, what's going on? Loosen up. I'm okay. Here. I'm good. Come on. It makes the sex better. Justin, I don't drink. It'll help you relax. Jeez, you're so uptight. I'm the one who got beat up, not you. Yeah. You know what?
So, as you can see, he done fucked around with that boy apartment. That apartment. Everybody was telling him, Madison was telling him, don't go over there. His daddy was telling him, don't deal with him.
I think I should go. I offer you wine and you say you have to go? No, I'm gonna go. Jeffrey, stop. Yeah, yeah. Look, the place is nice. Our place is nice. No, it's yours. Jeffrey, come on. I got beat up because of you. I mean, the least you could do is hang around a little while. And that's getting old, too. What? What's getting old is you trying to guilt trip me. I'll do it. Put that bottle down.
Okay. This shit done turned into a whole crisis situation. When Jeffrey turned to leave, this fool breaks a bottle and put the bottle to his own neck. Now he got to go into crisis intervention mode. If you counsel, you know what that is. And Jeffrey, that's basically what he did. He helped people, and in so many words, he got caught up in trying to help this man. Instead, he should have been helping himself get away from him. He said if he don't have Jeffrey, he don't have nothing to live for, girl. Can you believe it? Back to the White House. I love how this episode incorporates, what was that show called that he had? For the people in Mobile, Alabama, whatever. And they was interns in the White House. I can't think of the name right now. I really can't. Anyway, but I like how he incorporated that young man that was a part of the intern group into this episode inside of the White House, being one of the people, whistleblowers about Candace, because he was like one of those people that kind of did the same thing. Too Close to Home. That was the name of it. Yeah. So these people think what's Charles is what did they say, arrogant, snot nose. They call out whatever. So the attorney general got on the phone to tell the president that's what he thought of Charles. And not only that, talk about Candace, girl. So, Lord, girl, hold up. They done ran call her after one of her damn hooker names. Hot piece of black ass, girl. Because I guess some of the boys done had her. So he was like, call her that. He told the president to call her that. So I guess in that moment, they like, yo, we know who you are. Then he goes on to confirm, yes, sir, he brought a prostitute to the White House to have dinner with you, sir. With having that conversation, it just shows that none of the people even want the president-elect in office, even the daggone former president, even though he can't do nothing about it, because the people have voted. So these guys are gloating in the fact that they feel like, okay, they said, I guess we found our way in. And the attorney general sent the young man to go down to Savannah to collect even more information. I guess go do extensive check on her, because they already said in the other episode previous to this that basically somebody must have wiped her record clean because they couldn't find the things that they knew she had been convicted of or participated in. Okay, so we back at Hannah's house. Hannah was trying to console her man, Derek, because he was just crying hysterically. And I think Benny had told her that he overheard him crying or whatever. So when she got to him, he was still crying. She was like, oh, maybe he crying because, me and my daughter had a moment we was crying, They talked. He's still crying. I mean, he boo crying. So she was like, I know, or whatever, I know. Like, he was like, no, you don't. He lifts up his shirt, shows the tattoo, the very tattoo that she remember her rapist having. I said, if y'all go back, when I started covering these videos, I had the feeling that was the very man. That's why he was in there crying. Not because she was talking to her daughter, because his baby mama and his daughter was in there crying and coming together over something he did many, many years ago. And he ain't forgave himself. And to add insult to injury, the whole time that Candace was helping and working with, what's her name? Veronica. I believe Veronica knew the whole time what had happened, and I think she was the one that helped him be released because she didn't like Candace, and she sent that nigga that way to mess with him. Like I believe that part too, girl. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy what I had for this week when it came to the have and have nots. I love this show. The last two scenes with Hannah and Jeffrey and that crazy dude was everything. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys think. I'm just at the seat of my chair because I had a fit because Benny couldn't stand the guy and things of that nature. And I was like, something ain't right about how she met him. He too good to be true. He fixing these houses. And I said them other videos back. Be careful with the men that's good with their hands. Anyway, but yeah, girl. So y'all let me know what you think. And I thank you so much for this journey, this ride. Peace.